So a common question I get asked is, do I actually need a website to generate leads? And the short answer is no, you don't necessarily need a website to generate leads. However, I strongly advise for a website because one, a lot of people do their research online, so they will Google the company that they're looking to employ or get out. It's also a great way for people to find you. 9 times out of 10, a website is a good idea. However, unless you do proper SEO on it, or if you run Google Ads to it and actually get traffic to the website and relevant traffic, so you don't want leads for or customers looking for a completely different service hitting your website. You want them to be in your local area and looking for the service that you provide. Now, why do I say you don't need a website to generate leads? Well, that's because there are other ways to skin a cat. So some people run their whole business off TikTok, Facebook, social media marketing. They post in local groups and local community groups, which is fine, and that does work. However, it's something that's really time consuming because someone's always got to be doing that, and it's constantly going out and chasing the work. Whereas with a ranked website on the top of Google, if someone searches tree lopping even near me in there and you've got a website optimized to whatever the location that is, then it's an inbound lead, and that website acts as a salesperson for your business 24/7, 365. They don't need a raise. They don't need someone manning the thing the whole time. And it really just depends on how big you want to grow this thing. Most companies do have a website, even if it's a simple one-pager, just for the fact that people do go and do research on the companies they want to hire. You can put it on your Facebook page and then people can find it that way. And 9 times out of 10, if you just do the bare minimum basic optimization steps on a website, you will show up for your brand name, which if someone is looking, already has found you on Facebook and then they do a Google search of you, then you want to be found on there, and you probably will with not a lot of work, just because a lot of people don't try and rank for other people's company names because it doesn't make sense. You don't see Nike, people that are searching Nike looking for Adidas and vice versa. That's why I highly advocate for a website. Like I said, it just really depends on how much you want to grow this thing, and if you do invest the time and money into a website, then it's only going to bring returns later on down the track. And if you were to graph it out, it would look something like this. And this is how most SEO does look. Parabolic. Even though it might seem slow at the start, and most SEO does take a little while to hit the mark, the reason I don't sell SEO anymore is because of that graph. And normally when I do sign a client, they're looking for results instantly. And if that is what you're looking for, Google Ads are the way to go. However, with SEO, it is the best return on investment because once it does hit the top, you are no longer going to be paying for clicks. It's a lot harder to shake someone out of the top of Google search results. With ads, it's just a lot more competitive. Like, people can outbid you. You've constantly got to be monitoring it. So having a website that you just continually add to as you and your company are growing is only going to give you returns in the long run. That's why I think it's important to have a website. Do I think you need one? No. My mentor, Nick Wood, who grew his agency to over $1 million a year, didn't have a website the whole time. Now, in hindsight, he probably looks back at that and thinks, I just did it to show people that you can do it without a website. However, it probably made it a lot harder for him just for the fact that people do like to search, and if you show up online, it just gives you a whole nother level of credibility. Same thing if you give business cards out, if you've got a website on there, people can check it out and see what you're doing, and it just gives you that extra level of professionalism. So that's why I recommend getting a website. Do you have to spend $10,000 on it? No. Do I recommend investing in SEO so it actually is found on the search engines? Absolutely. Or you can pay people like me to just get leads, and that will look after the website. We'll take all that off your plate. So that's what I do, and that's why I think it's important to have a website, but not completely necessary. It just depends on how big you want to grow this business and how serious you want to take it all.